Get ready because the remaining cities in contention to host the 67th edition of the Eurovision Song Contest, which is Eurovision 2023, held in the UK actually on behalf of Ukraine, have been revealed. Let's take a look at them. Let's talk about it. Let's talk Eurovision. Hey everyone, Matt, ESC United, your favorite Eurovision channel. And yes, as announced on BBC Radio 2 this morning, the search for our 23 host city has been narrowed down to 7 cities. So the next step in the process, eventually we'll have the results. So basically, the EBU executive supervisor, Martin Osterdahl, joined Zoe Ball. She has her Radio 2 breakfast show early in Friday morning. Scott Mills had the honor of revealing the list. So it's a big deal. As you can see, the UK is very excited. So let's take a look at the 7 cities that are still fighting for it and then talk about which we're really excited about. As you can see here on the list, Glasgow, Scotland. We have also Birmingham. And I think just looking at the 2 listed so far, some of the favorites to win it all, Leeds is still in there, Liverpool, and Manchester, another big city, big hub, big airport, Newcastle, and Sheffield. So one of these 7 cities will host the contest. That means the biggest city in the UK, London, is not in the running anymore. Although, to be fair, most of us kind of knew that this was going to be the case, but now it is official. We're not going to London, but one of these 7 beautiful cities. And they all passed the initial round of checks. So basically, the applications were judged based upon whether or not these cities would adequately meet the standards that the EBU puts forward for a host city. Now, they require that host cities have like a roofed venue, right? You cannot have like a stadium with no roof, a capacity of at least 10,000 or more. It's important. Strong hotel availability, of course, suitable locations for press center nearby, as well as a Eurovision village, excellent transportation infrastructure. So if you have, an airport nearby, that is very helpful. And these all, I guess, met the minimum bar. Now, the betting odds favorite, as pointed out, is Glasgow, which hopes to welcome the Eurovision Song Contest back to Scotland for the first time since 1972. So it's been a minute. It was Edinburgh back then. They hosted, though, even though that time around they didn't win either the UK, it was Monaco who won the year prior. So, but now they're doing it again. But hey, whatever it takes, right? So the city hopes to host the contest in its OVO Hydro Arena, notable as having been featured in the Netflix Eurovision Song Contest, the Story of Fire Saga movie, and it has great airport access, just like all the other cities as well. And Birmingham, of course, hopes to make the waves to host the 23 contest, previously hosted in 1998. So the last time the UK hosted, actually, so we would return to it. Katrina and the Waves victory in 97. And Birmingham has 2 eligible venues, by the way, to choose from, so that could increase the odds. That is always, they're called the Resorts World Arena and Utilia Arena Birmingham. Of course, they have plenty of access through the Birmingham airport, and I don't think hotels are a problem either. Liverpool, also on the list, never has hosted before, and a fact that aims them to change. The city's musical history is apparent, right? When we hear Liverpool, you think of the Beatles, of course. They have the John Lennon Airport, after all. Public transport is ready to send fans straight from the airport to M&S Bank Arena, and they have been pushing hard to host this thing. Next up on the list, Manchester. That one I think is also a pretty good contender and solid. It could host a large-scale contest on top of it because they have a massive arena called the AO Arena with over 20,000 seats. That is significant, especially being in the UK. There's going to be a big interest. And it's only around a 35-minute journey away from the airport in Manchester, which is also huge. Transport ready, bring people direct from the airport. Hotels are there, so yes, they meet the requirements as well. Now, Leeds has the first direct arena and also ready to host the contest. and they have a very free schedule. It only has one actually event scheduled in May, and they can easily move that. Also have an access to an international airport, so that's good. Newcastle comes equipped with another eligible arena, the Utilia Arena Newcastle, and also a major airport. So easy enough. And then Sheffield, last but not least, the arena is ready to go as well. And the Doncaster Sheffield Airport is nearby. The city councillor, Ben Miskell, really emphasized the ties to Ukraine in a tweet, the city's tie, that is, in solidarity with our twin city of Donetsk. We stand ready to host Eurovision. So as you can see, they all put forward great bids, and now these shortlisted cities, they will now further be considered by the BBC and the EBU. And in terms of when we'll find out who will actually be the host city, we have to wait a little longer. They told us we should expect that sometimes in this coming fall. So fall obviously technically goes until like mid-December. So, but I have a feeling we're gonna get an answer a little bit before that. November probably would be my guess, but I digress. So what do I think about this list? I think, to me, it is solid. I'm happy that my personal favorites are still in the running. And honestly, actually, before we even go into my personal thoughts, let's take a look at some of the cities that are now no longer in the running. Aberdeen was in there, no longer there. The most northern city that put a bit forward. Belfast, we're not going there. Bristol, Darlington, Edinburgh, and London, they're out. So there's several of them that tried but didn't make it. I know that the betting odd favorite is Glasgow, and for one, I agree with them. I would die of happiness if we were to go there. I've never been to Scotland. It would be just such a cool thing. It would be so cool to give them that to them. And I would personally put my runner-up, personal opinion, Manchester. I think it's just a great city to access for a lot of people. And it's just so big. And the UK, they will have the biggest arena, therefore the most people can actually experience this particular event, and that is what I'm looking forward to as well. So my number one is, personal opinion, Glasgow. Number two, Manchester. So we'll see if that will come to fruition. If anything like Italy happens, it's going to be some other city, because my favorites doesn't seem to make it every year. But this time around, I'm hoping. But yeah, there is no shade to all the other cities, of course. I'd be cool to go to any of these places. I wouldn't say I'm rooting against Birmingham, because I would never do that. But it would be nice to go to a different city. Now, I didn't go in 1998. Most of us didn't. But it would be just a cool thing to say, good evening, Newcastle. You know, it would be a little bit more fun to say than Birmingham again. But hey, I understand. It's not just... that's not the only thing that matters. But yeah, I am thrilled that we finally are at a point where we can get even more excited, because there's been, the summer lull we've going through here at Eurovision. So good to have some news. I'd love to hear from you as well. Who were you excited? Is your favorite host city still in the running? If yes, what is it? Did they make the right? Well, they made the right decision. Would they have more information than we do? But tell me which city you're really excited about, or if you're disappointed by this announcement. Leave your thoughts below in the comment section. Laters.